on the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see, the Royals taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Powell. On first down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. And it's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ware. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On second down, looking again to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ware. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
That's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. It's caught. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Pressure coming. Grabs it in the middle. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And the Tigers have this offense rolling. They'll give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Using the quick game. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They don't put up a 50 burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They got to just figure something out.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Here comes the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying to do it again and score a touchdown. They'll put the tight end in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 25. And he slipped through crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The sure hands, it's Ware. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They'll line up for a second down play.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all of the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Gonna take a shot. He caught it. Touchdown, LSU! And the beatdown has ensued.
And after that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up second down.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. That last completion sets him up on second down. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Ware. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Looks as if he's going to run it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big 1st down.
Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense drags him down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He leaves it with his back. The Tigers will move the sticks with the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Pulls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Brings up third down.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. This quarterback part of their running game.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the...
Touchdown LSU! And the punishment has been extended.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, babe.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. That's caught. It's Ware. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Might as well give it to him again. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
On target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. They finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
And this might be what you call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like it. Keep executing. Keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season that you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.